Previously on a Homeschool Conference Day in the Life. Can an old dog learn new tricks? I guess that's the question. We'll find out.
Is the Lord teaching you something right now through homeschooling? You know He will. You want to find out how completely wicked you are? Homeschool your children.
This is my pen, my very special pen. Don't lose it.
You know, for some of us, we might say, hey, I totally believe in this whole idea of family, right? God's institution, etc. But this particular combination of people is just not working, right?
You guys, I just ran into Heidi St. John in the bathroom. In the words of Heidi St. John, so stick around because I think you're going to be encouraged. And now, part 2 of our Homeschool Conference Day in the Life. You guys, look who's here! Ah! Oh, my favorite. I've actually been following you for probably 5 or 6 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I don't know how big your podcast was back then.
Yeah, not as big as it is now, that's for sure.
I'm a fan.
Thank
and
you.
okay, there's a shadow. I talk with my kids all the time about politics.
Good, see? They
Yeah.
need to be aware of it and involved in it. And actually,
Yes.
this is the world that they're going to inherit, this world.
Yeah.
And they need to be willing to get into it. So off
Yes.
the bench, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what did you say yesterday about if we're still doing school?
Stop it. Where's the camera?
Oh, it's right there.
There.
Right
Where do you
there.
look? Stop it.
Right.
I just think, we'll do this to the end of, we'll do this until August because, there's 180 lessons of the Saxon math book and by golly, we're going to get them all done. Why?
Right.
You could be done. Take a walk with your kids.
I know.
Well, first take your mask off.
Right.
And then take a walk with
Exactly.
your kids, and get out in there and just enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming to Illinois.
You're welcome. Illinois is actually kind of like Washington State.
Right.
It's just, communists. We're just surrounded by communists. So
Every
that's why I'm
time-
running for Congress.
Yes. Support her.
Yay.
And every time I meet somebody who's not in Illinois, I'm like, trust me, we're not all like this.
I
Please
know.
don't
I
judge
feel
us.
that way about Washington State too. Everyone's like, oh, the left coast. People always say, oh, the coast should just drop off of the United States and fall into the ocean. And I'm like, there's actually really good
Right,
people
there's
there.
people out there that are good.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
I love seeing you.
welcome. Thank
I
you.
saw you last time you were here, so
Okay.
big fan. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Bye. I cannot believe I saw Heidi. I can't believe she talked to me. How awesome was that? But if you did not watch my video about the biggest impact to my homeschool year, and where I gave a bunch of reasons for attending a homeschool conference, meeting the people who have encouraged you along the way, even if they're kind of like celebrities, book authors, podcasters, meeting them is one of the perks, and I got to do it. She is so pretty in person. I don't know if I already said that, and she's super funny. You can tell that she's just like off the cuff, witty and funny, if you can't tell that from her podcast and everything. So super pumped. I feel like if I didn't get anything else out of this conference, I got to meet somebody who has impacted me and encouraged me. So very cool. And I got to support her. I went to her booth and I got this t-shirt. Hopefully we'll be sporting it tomorrow. And she was selling YWAM stuff, which if you have followed Heidi at all, she tells the story about when she was pregnant with, I think, Sailor. She was on bed rest, and all she could do with her kids was read these missionary stories and do math. And she comes from a state where there's a bunch of testing, and so, but that's all she could do. She was on bed rest, and that was the year her kids scored the highest in testing. That's all she did. Read the books and do math. So if this doesn't tell you to relax about curriculum, I don't know what else will. And then I got her book, Prayers for the Battlefield. So this is pretty small, super cute, hardback, little devotional, and a little encouragement. She's a super talented author, and I keep saying super. And Rob Rennell this morning was hilarious. I wish I could have got more of him on video. He talked about this, how does that verse go, Darren? About the log in your, I don't know why I can't remember the scripture, everybody knows it, but when you have a speck in your own eye, or you're looking at the speck in your brother's eye when you have a log in your own. And he did this illustration where he put on a baseball cap and he had this foam log sticking out from his face walking around. It was hilarious, but such a perfect example of what that verse means. The log is pretty obvious and all we can see is other people's faults. But he was funny even talking about marriage, because he said every conflict that he has ever had in his family and in his marriage is because his wife did something wrong. Isn't that, who can relate to that? So this is why I love homeschool conferences. It just feels so good to be with people who understand and can relate to the journey that you're on. And it feels so good to be here just with my husband, although I am thinking about bringing my kids next time, so we'll see. Third day, going to Heidi St. John, Homeschooling Held Hostage, which is, this presentation is about this new generation of homeschool moms get sucked into, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. And she's gonna bring us back to the homeschoolers of 20 and 30 years ago and how they didn't need all this fancy curriculum. I need to hear this because I find myself getting stuck in that too. Like, I've already bought more curriculum now after attending this conference. I've already decided some of the curriculum I bought that I've also already recorded videos for, but I'll still show it to you. But some of the curriculum I bought, I might not be using it. This is why I attend homeschool conventions. It reminds me of my why. It reminds me of the important things. So, sporting my Heidi St. John t-shirt. This is a bad angle, but sporting the t-shirt proudly. Proud homeschool mom. I just decided I need my blue sunglasses since I'm wearing red, so now I'm red, white, and blue. Woohoo! Go America!
Well, people told me I couldn't teach her to read because I don't have a teacher certificate, right? I mean, I can't do that job. Just as a public school teacher, I can't do it, right? Right? She knows. So I sit down and I do this, I start reading with her 15 minutes a day. And all of a sudden, you guys, weird things are happening. She's learning to read. It's actually working. And not only is she learning to read, I am enjoying teaching her. And I'm starting to feel like some sort of superhero, right? So my husband comes home from work in the afternoon. It's about 3 or 4 months into it. And she's learned a couple of really simple words. And I'm going to show him. I did that. And also, he's noticing that the room that I'm teaching her in is magically transforming itself. Pretty soon, there's an alphabet, you know, across the top, right? And there's posters of the president, only the ones that I like, but posters. Hurried. And without the expectation of a report that's due about her discovery at the end of the day. My kids actually told me they didn't like going to the zoo anymore because every time we went to the zoo, I asked them to write a report about their favorite thing in the zoo. And so I'm like, kids, we're going to the zoo. And they're like, no, not the zoo. Right? Because we couldn't just have fun at the zoo. Because there was this expectation on me that somehow it had to be a learning opportunity, and just observing God's creation wasn't enough.
Heidi St. John was amazing again. I wish I could have recorded all that and put it out there for you guys, but I don't know. It was a lot to absorb. I feel like I'm rethinking some of my curriculum and looking maybe for some more freedom this year. I don't know. This is just, again, this is why I attend the convention. It's so inspiring and reminding me of my why and why I'm doing this. Also, one of you guys came up and said something to me. That was so fun. If you're watching this video, comment below. That was so fun. Thank you so much for coming up and saying hello. Man, I wish that I could meet more of you. You have no idea how many of you all are from Illinois, where I might bump into you somewhere, but maybe in the future, if I ever go to a Teach Them Diligently conference, I will get to meet more of you. But that was so fun, and thank you for saying hi.
This is something that, progressive Christianity really hangs on. We're just in this search for truth, but we can never really find it. We can't really find it. And that sounds very humble. I don't know the truth. I don't know what it is. And when we don't genuinely know the truth, it is a good thing to say, I don't know. Okay, but there are times when we can know the truth. So somebody says there is no such thing as truth. Okay, so what is this person saying? This person is making an objective claim. If you're not familiar with that, go back and listen to my truth session. This person is making an objective claim saying it's true that there is no such thing as truth. Right. So is that true? If it's true, then this statement is proven wrong. Okay, so we just want to get our kids to think about this. First, attach it to something physical, like a game of tag or a game of basketball. Get them to see that opposite things can't both be true at the same time and in the same way. And then look at some of these cultural statements so that when they're emotionally drawn to something, they're also thinking, is this true?
Beautiful campus. It's kind of secluded, like you have to drive into the campus. So there's no major roads. Worrying about cars and stuff. Which I think is interesting because my college campus, we were crossing major roads all the time to get to class. So as I'm showing you around this campus, I just wanted to take a minute to say there was one more keynote speaker that we had who was excellent. His name is Kirk Smith. He is the executive director of the Illinois Christian Home Educators group, but I did not record him, and here's why. Vlogging is a balance act. You can either get really great and awesome footage, or you can live your life. So I chose to just enjoy his presentations. This should be in a movie. This little paved way, so pretty. But if you are in Illinois, Kirk Smith is always good to hear. In fact, my husband went to one of his workshops and we are still talking about what he learned. So trust me when I say that you will never leave a Christian homeschool conference feeling disappointed. You'll always leave feeling inspired and hopefully refocused. Are you looking forward to the show? You guys, I ran into one of my subscribers. Just kidding.
Maybe two.
Just kidding. She's a friend. She's a friend, but look, we're Twinkies.
Yep. Got the same t-shirt.
These are my friends, Adam and Danielle. And Morgan enjoyed the sessions also. Okay, so brand new homeschoolers this year. Now they have been to this conference before, but not as homeschoolers. So what's your biggest takeaway?
For me, I would say if our kids are well educated, but we haven't grown spiritually, that we've missed the total boat.
Yeah, that's what I love about this particular conference is it's really less about homeschooling and all about discipling, because that's the most important thing. How does that verse go?
What will profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his
right.
own?
That's why academics is not the most important thing. So Danielle was just telling me something that was epic.
Any parent could come to this conference and be fed because it's talking about parenting, marriage, your own spiritual walk. Any person probably could benefit from it. It's not about homeschooling.
And you guys came like years ago.
Yep. Before we were even considering it at all.
Before we were open to it.
Yeah, it was just kind of a blip in our minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking of being open to it, like what really made you change your minds this year?
Well, one of the speakers talked about reactionary versus visionary reasons for homeschooling. So obviously reactionary is something has happened in the schooling of your children that you don't like, and so you're yanking them out of that and going to start homeschooling them, which had somewhat kind of had a play for our decision making process in the past when we were praying about whether or not to do it. It seemed like it was always tilted more toward the reactionary instead of the visionary, but this year we believe the Lord put on our heart a vision for what he wanted to do in our home, and it included this.
Love it. So the conference is over. Good news. My husband did not lose my pen. So man, this conference has got the wheels turning in my head. Again, I thought I had my year planned. I thought I had figured out what we were gonna do so I could break for the summer, but it has, just like the purpose I said for the conference is to reset and to remind you of your why. It definitely did that, and I didn't even realize how I was in some ways starting to slip back into the old habits. I say in some ways because I'm a 6-year homeschool veteran now. This upcoming year will be my 7th year. So I have learned from my mistakes, but I definitely am one who needs this constant reminder that homeschooling does not have to look like school at home. I am not working for the world's well done. I'm not working to live up to the world's expectations, because just as my friend said, if I gain the whole world but have not Jesus, what have I gained at all? And that's my number one goal for my children, is that they grow to love the Lord, and that they know what they believe, and that they are ready to go out and be disciples and ready to defend the truth. So with that, you should look for your local state homeschool Christian convention, and I hope yours is as much of a blessing as mine is in pointing us always to Christ. Until next time, bye.